Hello, I am Tammy Marshall, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about my second book. This is a collection of stories. It is called State of Georgia and Other Writings. State of Georgia is a full-length novel. It's a short novel, but it's a full-length novel. This also contains a novella called Quitter and two short stories. One of the short stories is called Daryl, and the other one is called Backyards. It also has four of my poems in it that kind of introduce the theme of each of the stories. These are all fiction. I will read to you the back, and then I want to tell you just a little bit about the book. So, as I said, this is a collection of stories and poems. In the novel length story, State of Georgia, a newly widowed woman sets out on a life changing journey. In the novella, Quitter, a man returns to his small hometown to make amends to himself for his years of quitting everything important. In the two short stories, young girls face pivotal moments in their lives. The handful of poems introduce the stories by touching upon their themes. Overall, this collection is about the little decisions we make and their profound impact upon our lives. Now, this book I put together as a dedication to my dear friend, Amy. Amy passed away in September of 2018 from cancer. She and I were best friends since college. So we were best friends for about 30 years. I just loved her to pieces. She's a wonderful, wonderful person, wonderful human being. It seems like death tends to take the great people first, and she was one of them. She was a big champion of my writing. She really encouraged people to read my first novel, The Clearwater House. She felt that I would someday do great things as a writer. She always just had my back, and I loved her very much. Her family did me the great honor of allowing me to speak at her. She had a large funeral, but the night before the visitation at the mortuary, many people came, and I gave the eulogy at that, which actually happened to be on my 50th birthday. So I got the honor of celebrating my birthday by speaking kind words about a wonderful human being. So this book is dedicated to her. And at the back, I have some more information in an author's note about my friendship with Amy. The cover of this photo of this book was taken by my uncle, Paul Filsinger, who was a professional photographer here in Nebraska. Another wonderful human being. At the time I put this book together, Paul was still here. And he's only 9 years older than me, and we always had a great relationship. He was more like my older brother, really, than my uncle. And I asked him, since Amy's favorite colors were blue and pink, that is why this cover is a blue and pink up here. And I asked him if he had any sort of blue and pinkish sunset, sunrise photo that he would perhaps let me use for the cover. And about 5 minutes later, I swear it was, he sent me this picture and asked if this would suffice. And I said, yes, it was lovely. And he gave me full permission, of course, to use his photos. And you'll see another one of his photos that I've used on my fourth novel. But my uncle, Paul Flissinger, he passed away a little over a year ago now. So this book is extremely important to me because of the fact that it represents the love I have for two very wonderful people. So, as I said, it's dedicated to my friend, Amy. And the poems there kind of introduce each of the sections. And the first one, which is State of Georgia, is about a woman who finds herself suddenly widowed at a new point in her life of what she's going to do with it. I very much believe in second chances, and that sometimes we have to go, take a leap. So I just want to read the very short poem I have that introduces that, and then I'll sign off for today. The poem that introduces State of Georgia is a poem called Solitude, which I'm very fond of. Solitude, a time for reflection. During this quiet time, we discover ourselves, inner ambitions and desires whose whispers go unnoticed amidst the din of daily life, through tranquility are heard. From solitude comes direction. Shh, listen.